Hello. Where is Uncle Terry when you need him? If you want to know who Uncle Terry is, read the Daily Mail article. I'll link it to this. Uncle Terry is Ellie Reeves and Rachel Reeves' uncle. And Uncle Terry speaks more sense than both of those girls put together. Uncle Terry clearly got the economic genes in that family. Ellie and Rachel, not so much. So we hear the news that growth is down again. I mean, it makes me laugh because Rachel Reeves says that's disappointing. She says, I'm disappointed. I'm like, you're disappointed? I'm fucking furious. And it's surprise news, shock news that growth is down. I'm like, who's surprised? Who's shocked? Find me the one person who is surprised and shocked by this. I'm not remotely surprised and shocked by this. We've been saying this for a year, but Rachel Reeves and Ellie Reeves can't listen. Now, why am I talking about Ellie Reeves so much today? I hear you ask. Well, this is why. Oh, by the way, please do like and subscribe and share. Do you know what? Share it to Ellie and Rachel and share it to Uncle Terry. Uncle Terry, I would love to have you standing next to me by the kitchen sink. We could have a proper chat. Now, Ellie, Uncle Terry's niece, says on a tweet, from setting up Great British Energy to the fastest growth in the G7, Labour is delivering our plan for change. There is more to do, but after 14 years of Tory decline, Britain is turning a corner under this government. Oh, Ellie. So first of all, I simply don't want to hear it. I've said this before. I'm not interested in the 14 years that keeps being churned out by Labour. We've had 1 year which is significantly worse than anything that lot did, and that is saying something. So we talk about setting up Great British Energy. We've talked about this, Ellie. It's not Great British Energy, is it? It is not. It is owned by EDF and a Canadian company, Brookfield something or other, not to be confused with the Archers, and we've got, I think, a 30% stake in it at the minute. So it's not Great British, and it's cost 22 billion to set it up, and it won't produce a single watt of energy. So can we lose the energy bit out of that, because there is no energy? Now, I'm going to give you some stats that I think Ellie has, and Rachel definitely has, but they're choosing to ignore, because what they're doing is this marvellous propaganda game where they will tell people that the country's doing well, and they think people are stupid. They think the British public are completely dim-witted. They think that we don't know, because our pockets are not full, that this is utter bollocks. So I'm going to give you the real figures. Ellie, Rachel, take note. And if you don't believe me, ask Uncle Terry. So there's been a 48% increase in small boat crossings. Now, I realise that's not directly related to Ellie and Rachel, but it's part of the lie. So let's put that into perspective. In January to June, it was the highest ever mid-year total of boat crossings. That was 19,982. So that's just the boats. That's not counting the people on them. That's just the boats. It was the highest ever crossing. So this government is delivering change, that's for sure, but it's not in the right direction. We've then got to it's a butterfly. We've got a 277,000 drop in payroll employees. Okay, now what does that mean? That means that in May, 109,000 payroll employees were no longer on the payroll. Now, if you want to understand what no longer on the payroll means, Ellie and Rachel, sacked or made redundant, not working anymore, not contributing to the economy as they were before, because Ellie, your big sister, put this stupid job tax on it, and so people are laying people off left, right and centre. But you're talking about the fastest growth in the G7, which you inherited. Your own growth is not growth, is it? It's gone down. It's the opposite. We're at minus. So then we get to our borrowing. Now, we weren't going to borrow anything, were we? We're absolutely not, because pre-election, we said it would be about 55 billion. Well, it's in fact 95 billion pounds from August 24 to March 25. That's how much we've borrowed, which is 55 billion more than you said in the pre-election. So you've borrowed more, and the rates that you're borrowing at are higher than those when Liz Truss was borrowing. Now, you're always the first to slam Liz Truss, but here you are doing a worse job at more expense. So that's that little stat there. And then the economy has shrunk by 0.1%. Have we had any growth yet? Have we? And it was a shock and it was a surprise. Apparently, shock news, surprise news. I'm not remotely shocked. I can predict this. I've been writing this chapter, as have all of you, about how we are simply hurtling towards a recession. I'm amazed we're not in one yet. So what I want to know is, are Ellie Reeves and Rachel Reeves just stupid? Are they economically illiterate, or are they liars? Which one is it? Because what they're saying isn't true. We have the facts to prove it is not true. So which one are they? Because they keep saying, as Ellie Reeves has said in her little tweet, they keep saying everything's rosy. Everything is rusty. Ellie, my love, that's quite a good one, isn't it? It is not rosy. We are all skint. The end. There is no money. Okay, so I think you need to go back to the drawing board. I've given you the numbers, and if you're confused by any of this, ask Uncle Terry, because Uncle Terry knows and Uncle Terry understands.